Hello. Hi. That one person is on here. Can you hear me? Or is that one person me? Hmm. Okay. Thank you, Tamara. Did you have a blessed turkey day? What we're going to do a guided meditation, okay? This guided meditation is how you're going to do the balance. It's called the law of polarity, and then it's also called like the cause and effect. Okay, these are the seven hermetic laws. Hello, Tamara and Tamara. So we're going to do a guided meditation, so I'm going to help y'all. So a few things about meditation is that a lot of y'all focus too much on seeing, okay? Everyone cannot see yet in their mind's eye. Everyone develops in their own time. It's just like when you're in school, some students are more advanced than others. Some just take the time. Everything has a rhythm. That's part of the seven hermetic laws is rhythm. Okay. So a lot of people's like, well, when you say Anul, to see a tree in your mind's eye. If you was born with sight and you wasn't born blind, everyone knows what a tree looks like. Okay? This mind's eye is your chalkboard. So if I was to say, close your eyes, breathe, and picture a beautiful green tree, it doesn't matter if it's a pine tree, an oak tree, a willow tree, a tree is a tree, a bamboo tree, okay? So it's like you'll close your eyes and you imagine a tree. When you see that tree, that's how you connect, okay? When you are manifesting, okay, children have very vivid imagination. Yes, everybody was once upon a time a child. So when you have vivid imagination, it helps with your manifestation. It helps you connect with your God. Okay? So during this meditation that I'm going to teach you, it's about balance, cause and effect, polarity. Okay? You cannot have one without the other. Everything has seasons, everything has rhythm, everything has cycles. The world turns, well, the world don't turn, but the moon and the sun revolves around the earth. So that is a rhythm, okay? So if I tell you to imagine snow falling, even if you live where there's no snow, you've seen snow fall in movies. So therefore, you can imagine, visualize snow falling in your mind's eye. All right? Now, there's all types of breathing exercises. Okay? You know how when your child starts having a tantrum and she goes breathing that hard, that is another breathing technique. If you've seen the chakra bowl with the heart, I told you to breathe, release, breathe, release, breathe, release. That's to get the energy going, okay? So I might have you do the I call it a tantrum cry, like this. Or if you ever had children, they tell you to watch your breathing. It's the reason why it gets the energy flowing. It activates the kundalini. All right. So far, everybody understand what I'm talking about when I say visions and breathing? Does everyone understand that? You know, Monica, because you are an exclusive member, you know you get one free reading with me once a month. You know, just to let you know. All right. All right. So, Spirit, you want me to use the bowl? All right. This is what we're going to do. Right now, we're just going to focus on the breathing. Okay. So, if you're driving, you can just do your best. Okay. If you're wearing headphones, I apologize for the loud noise. So make sure that your feet is planted on the ground. The reason why your feet need to be planted on the ground, that is like earth. Okay, that's the ground. So that's how you ground. Okay, if you was in water, water is grounding. All right. So we're going to focus on the breathing, just regular breathing. Okay, I'm gonna clear the energy. Just breathe in and release. One more time. Breathe in slowly and release. The next one, you're going to hold it for 8 seconds, okay? And then you're going to release slowly with a long S, okay? That releases the trapped energy. So one more time, breathe in really deep. Breathe, 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 breathe. Hold it. Release slowly. All right. So some of y'all, when you breathing deep, you start noticing things. Sometimes they sell them at Dollar Tree. It's one of those little cloths that you can blindfold you that they use in massages, or you can take a scarf and tie it. So if next time you're in Dollar Tree, just $1.25 and above, because there's nothing in there $1. So make sure you get those binders, those help. Okay. So that's one technique. All right. The next technique is just sitting in silence. Breathe in, release, just listen. That's another thing. You sitting in silence. All right. Sometimes, if it's nice outside, you go outside. You try to hear how many birds, what different animals is talking. Do you hear any sirens? What's in the distance? You know how animals' ears move? Actually, your ears move just like that. All right. The next thing is like I said, when a child's having a fit, like if you spank that child and you be like, girl, calm down, breathe. And they go, we're going to do that exercise, okay? Let me clear the energy. All right, with this one, I want you to have your palms up if you can. All right, if you cannot, it's okay. So breathe in, regular. Now breathe, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Keep doing it. That gets your heart rate going, all right? That also raises up the energy, all right? The reason being, I cannot speak for every spiritualist. I can only speak for how my ascended masters taught me, okay? There is an ascended master called Lao Tao, okay? He always tell me call him Sifu. Sifu means master in Mandarin. So he reminds me of someone that would with a mentor, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li type, old Asian ancient man, very, very strong, wears the cloak. He always has his hands in here. He has a long beard. Okay, this is the person that teaches me. He also shows me Reiki symbols. Some of these Reiki symbols, I didn't even know they was Reiki symbols. Okay, so it's very important during your meditation that you call forth your God. Okay, so he always tell me when you close, energy cannot go through. Okay, you have to keep a gap so energy can go in and out, in and out. Okay, and I noticed that it feels that when I teach my students, I teach them how to play with energy. Okay? So when you play with energy, energy is not black and white, people. Okay? A lot of people say energy is black and white. Energy is all types of colors. So, for example, blue is healing. Okay? White is pure, brown is earth, grounding, orange, there's all different colors. All right? Gray. So, we're going to try it again. This time, we're going to just, for men, and also you've seen people do like this, have their hand in their thumb connected like this. Okay? For the man, the left goes over the right for the men. And for the ladies, the right go over the left. Okay? You can do it like this, you can connect, or you can interlock your fingers and go like this. You also see people like this when they're talking. Okay? That is representing the triangle as above, so below. A lot of people refer that to the Illuminati. Everything has a light, everything has a dark. Just like money. In the Bible, it said money is the root of all evil. It can be. It depends on whose person giving out that energy. Everything has an energy. All right? So we are going to, I apologize. We are going to hold our hands up and we are going to breathe in and out really fast. Okay? We're going to get the energy going. Okay? One, two, three. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So you go. You constantly do that. Like I said, when you're in labor, that's exactly what you do. When you're doing that, focus on your mind's eye. Bring your attention to your mind's eye. I want you to imagine a scale. Okay, a scale. You know the scale that weighs, okay? Not a scale that's flat. This is like the scale that justice be holding. Justice over the court system. This is a scale like Anubis be having, you know, one that goes up and down, all right? So as you breathe in, imagine the scale. Okay? Are y'all with me? Imagine the scale. Do I need to slow down? Let me know because I do talk fast. So let me know. Ha 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 ha, you funny Charles. But seriously, am I going too fast for some people? Okay, good question, Monica. When you doing the tantrum, I call it the tantrum. You breathe in your nose, out your mouth. I will demonstrate again. Okay? Gotta clear the energy. I'm sorry. My guide said when y'all doing this at home, have a candle going and incense and some water. Okay? Those are the three main things. Incense, water, and a candle. The candle brings in spirit. All right. So technically, when you are supposed to be doing readings for people, you're supposed to have three candles: a red, a white, and a blue. The red represents the blood of your ancestors. The white represents purity. Blue represents King Solomon to give you wisdom and knowledge. Because when you're under meditation, I will answer your question, Monica. When you under meditation, you are around trickster spirits as well. As you know, King Solomon holds the keys to the higher and lesser keys of the Goetian. Okay? So therefore, I work heavily with King Solomon, so I do know what I'm talking about. All right. So when you burn that, he comes in. For me, he tells me who and who not to summon or talk to. I pay attention to energy. And all those that are very intuitive and is a light work and have a very strong gift for clear empathy, you really need to pay attention to the energy, okay? Because that's how you're going to determine what's a trickster spirit and what's not. Don't get me wrong, I get them too, especially some that I never known before. And then I'm like, I don't know who this is. So therefore, I automatically put my guard up and I call forth my assistant God. We have, as you heard in the podcast, Akasha said we have several, and I agree with it. But also, I was taught by my master that you have one that's with you all the time. Then you always have to change the guard. So it's like each one teach one. So I teach my students you have one main one, and then you have others. So when my one main one steps back because I have to learn from different guides, my assistant guides would tell me, especially when I say 3 questions, and then I'm like, if I'm not drawn to you, I will not pick you. My assistant said no. If energy vampire, no. Dark, no. Trying to read you. That's what my assistant is. So basically, I can see. So I see my guide like, nope, telling me this. You have to pay attention. Hearing. Everyone has the gift of clairaudience. Everyone. So when you sit with your team, they all sound like your voice. Okay? Everyone has internal. Then once you conquer the internal, the external gets strong. And trust me, you're going to appreciate love the inner. Because when you get that external, this is when you be like, oh, cut it off, cut it off. This happens especially when you have ADHD. That's why ADHD doctors, psychologists want to put them on medicine. Okay, I am ADHD. That's a gift. That is psychic hearing. You can hear a pin drop in the spiritual realm. You can really hear. So that is not a bad thing. It's just misunderstood. Now, to get back to Monica's question, yes, you breathe through your nose and out your mouth. You go. That gets the adrenaline up. That gets the energy going. And then once you get done, and then whoever you're doing meditation with might say, switch it to going slow. Breathe in. You want to breathe in from your stomach, okay? So you breathe in to where your abdomen, this right here, hurts. It's like you sucking in your gut. That's where it's supposed to come from, not really here. So when you see a lot of singers go, they say singing from the gut. Gut. You've seen a lot of magical movies, a lot of conjuring movies, a lot of witch movies. And when they speak Latin, Latin is the old language, okay? They say it from the core. That's what you call your sacred breath. So when you casting and you saying that, you bringing it in here, it's coming out in your core. So everything comes from your core. Your core is your third brain, is your living water. Okay? So normally when people that don't like you, they attack this area in your back because that's your immune system. Okay? Especially if you mentally strong, so they can't do nothing because you mentally strong. What do? They attack here. Some of y'all got stomach issues. You like something's going on in my stomach. I'm having heartburn, acid reflux. All of a sudden your back hurt. That's your foundation. They attack your immune system. That's what happened. Then everything else starts tumbling down. Everything starts tumbling down. The first thing they try to do is shoot at your head. If they can't get that, they attack at the base. Okay? That's why in the Bible it says, build your home on solid ground. It can't. Be like that river planted, be like that tree planted by the rivers of the water. Your roots are barely. So when you really sitting with your team, You're going to get tried. All right? So when you're doing that breathing, you start off regular. That's how it gets going. There's all different techniques. Okay, everybody ready to start that? Before we start picturing the scale, any questions so far? I gotta have music, so y'all gotta talk to me. Okay, I guess no questions. I guess it's a delayed reaction. So, all right, we're gonna do the breathing for those that's with me. Okay, we're gonna do the tantrum breathing. This is what I call it. All right, clear the energy. Like I said, men, left over right, ladies, right over left, or palms up, or throwing up the gang sign, however you want to do it. All right, we're going to do one regular breath. Breathe in, release. Breathe in, release. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 Breathe, 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 release. Breathe, 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 release. Breathe, 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 release. Breathe, 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 release. Breathe in, release. Imagine the scale in your mind's eye. As you see, there's nothing on that scale. Okay? Everything that you don't like, put one thing you don't like about yourself on the left side. Okay? Put one thing you do love about yourself, like about yourself, on the right. Right now, it's even, it's balanced. Now, I want you to put more things that you don't like on yourself on that. As you putting it, you're going to start seeing the left get really, really, really heavy. Now, this is no cheating because once you balance it out, a green light is going to appear. All right? So start filling up that scale. Once it weighs down, then try to balance it out with the things that you love, like about yourself. This is directly coming from your heart. So, like you hear people talking about Anubis, when the people finally go to the upper room, you have to go through these two pillars, all right? And Anubis will be there with Mayet, and they gonna say it's time to wait. And if you balance out, you go to the afterlife. Okay? So anything in their heart has to balance out with that feather. So as you're doing that, you gotta make sure it's balanced. And if it's balanced out, a green light should come on. Whatever pops up, honor it. Whatever noise you hear, honor it. When you honor it, you let me know, I see you, I hear you. Even if you feel something, you honor it. Let me know, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. But you need to focus. Now, I need y'all to be honest, the ones that's participating. Because so far, I see 4 people on here, and Spirit's only telling me 2 made it to the green light. How many made it to the green light? And it's okay if you didn't. There's no judgment. This goes back to when people say everything happens for a reason. Okay, if you heard a ding, then you will hear a ding and it will turn green. So that means you did. You did. Because like I said, he told me two did it correctly. So when you hear people say, man, everything happens for a reason, okay, that is called the cause and effect. All right? That is something. Every cause you do have an effect. Every effect have a cause. So these are part of the seven hermetic laws. So even if you sitting there like you just joking, I hope that lady drop all her stuff. You just put that energy to cause that to happen. And what it is, when you put it out there, it boomerangs and it causes an effect. Your mind is very powerful, just like your words. So if you think it, that's part of your mind, that is powerful. Your words are powerful because air is powerful. And the reason why air is powerful is because the first breath you take is Yah. Your last breath you take will be way. So when he breathed into Adam and Lilith, he breathed in Yah. So that's why they say your words are very powerful. Your words come from your heart. Everything comes up through your heart. So if you sitting there, even if you were a teenager, oh, very good, Tamara. Even if you were a teenager, and you know everybody likes to play a practical joke. You put that cause out there, whether you speak it or you thought it, you were thinking it. You put it out there, it did a ripple effect, it did a boomerang, and that effect hit, and that's what happened. A lot of people like, man, she shouldn't get pregnant. It'd be nice if she don't have that baby. You just put that out there. What happened? Ripple effect, it made an effect. Oh, your baby was born stillbirth. Oh, I'm sorry, love. You just lost your baby. I apologize. And deep down, you might not want to admit it. You feel bad because out of all the billion people in the world, everybody's not cold hearted. Y'all want to pretend like y'all cold hearted, but y'all not. Because everybody wants to be loved. Even all those serial killers was misdiagnosed and wanted to be loved. Love is very powerful. It's a verb and it's a noun. Y'all be joking, but y'all don't understand the universe don't take jokes. Rhythm. Everything has a rhythm. Like I said, everything has a rhythm. It's called season. It's called time. If you notice around certain month season, you get sick because your body's out of rhythm. Everything goes. The law of reciprocity. Just because you're on the earthly realm, as above, so below, as above. If you see a full blown tree on this earth, below it is another tree that's connected. So it like it mirrors. For example, your shadow. That is as above, so below. Your shadow. So every time you move, your shadow moves. The law of reciprocity. You accumulated a lot of debt on this earth. Basically, you was born in debt when your parent had you, your mom had you. When you get your first social security or your ITN number, you already in the system, baby. You created debt. All right? So, as above, so below, the law of reciprocity. You pay off your karmatic debt, you have to pay it off spiritually. So sometimes y'all see me go and say, I'm doing live readings, any free questions, because I have to pay off my spiritual debt. When you see me pay, burn ancestral money like this, sometimes when I go on live, I do it for people that can't do it. I'm helping you, but you have to continue. That is the law of reciprocity. Also, the law of reciprocity is give without expecting anything in back. So if you give me $1, Don't expect me to give it back. So if someone asks you for a loan of $500 and you know good and well, because energy don't lie, okay, you start using your clairs, she's not in the position to pay me back. So when you loan that $500, loan it without expecting it back. And if you do get it back, that was a blessing. Some of y'all set yourself up for failure. Give without expecting something back. And if you do get it back, that's a blessing. As above, so below. Imagine this is a mirror. As above up here, so below down here. When you hear people say as above, so below, let me explain to you biblically. What you bind down here is bind up here. Okay? Whatever you loose up here is loose down here. So when people say as above, so below, it's a mirror. So if you're thinking about a chocolate chip mint ice cream cone down here, you're manifesting it up here because it mimics. That's what as above, so below means. Any questions so far? Once again, I know I do speak fast, and I know it's hard, but that's just how I roll, because when I get down on it comes in really, really quick. Sometimes y'all might not see it, but I be telling them, slow down, slow down. You know what I'm saying? I can't understand it. So any questions so far? Your mind, your heart, your intuition. Very, 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 very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. Thank you. Your words, everything. When they say God sees your heart, it's all in the person's heart. Okay. If you notice when y'all in anger, because dogs go mad. So my Lama Donna said, don't call y'all mad. When y'all in anger, y'all speak stuff from the heart because you know it's going to hurt that person. When a person is under spirits, that's why they call spirits alcohol. They tell the truth, and later on they be like, I didn't say that. Because everything, how do I get this off so I can see? Hmm. Can someone say, hey, what's up? So I can make this move up because I don't know how to take it off. So I don't know if I can see, but thank you so much for that. I don't know how to get this off. Hmm. Oh well. Thank you, Monica. All right. Now, so basically, like I said, you have to be mindful of what's in your heart because that's where the truth is. So when you, especially like when people say I'm gonna pray for you, they going against your free will. Okay, they supposed to ask if they can pray for you. They supposed to ask if they can lay hands on you because of free will. Free will can't be taken unless that person give it away. So that's why a lot of people like you invaded my free will. That's why when people do binding, you going against that person's free will. And if that person is really closed off like this, and you binding him to somebody that he or she don't have feelings for, that's why it don't work. Only time it works if there's a little bitty hole where energy can go through. That's how it works. And then when you put that cause in there, It can have a bad effect both ways. So binding, okay? I always use Disney characters. So we're gonna use Donald Duck and Daisy Duck. Donald Duck don't want Daisy no more. So Daisy go to Minnie and say, he's the only person I want. I can't breathe without Donald. Donald's this and this. First of all, she's casting a spell over here because she says she can't breathe. She can't uh she can't move on. She can't do anything. So she's the one that's casting the words coming out of her mouth, casting that bad juju on her. Okay? First of all, it wasn't Donald, it was her. So she put that calm in there. And in the ripple effect, as above, so below, it's going to come down. Okay? And it might not be the time of the rhythm because it might be 2 weeks, 3 weeks when it's going to manifest. All right. So Minnie Mouse said, okay, we're gonna do this. Minnie Mouse is like, I'm doing this because I understand. So say Minnie Mouse was money hungry. Instead of divining, okay, every money is not good money. Divining, telling Daisy, you know that can go good and that can go bad. So let me explain to you what binding is. On Daisy, she wants Donald real bad because she's really in love with him because she's already speaking that she can't function without him. She just cast a spell on her own self. That's why when the Black Lives Matter and people's like, I didn't say that crap because I can. So a lot of y'all are casting spells on yourself and y'all wondering why something happened is because you did it. So back to Daisy. She already put herself in there. All right. She already put it out in the universe. So Minnie, go ahead and do it. So she should tell Daisy that I can get Donald to go with you, but what if you fall out of love and you don't want him no more? You find out that it was a big mistake. Sometimes you can't reverse that, and then sometimes you can. Okay, so there is her downfall. Now she's getting tired of Donald. She's seeing that Mickey wants her now, and now Donald won't leave her alone. Donald is cock blocked. That's one way. Okay, then she gets restraining orders. Restraining order. He won't leave her alone. Second, Donald's going crazy. Why I can't, what's going on? I can't sleep. I'm constantly thinking about Daisy. I can't eat. What's going on? It's causing him to go to Lulu. What happens? He takes Daisy's life, takes his life and everybody else in the household. Because you went against someone's free will. Everything has contract. That season had to end. It's about the law of rhythm. You gotta let it go. You learned your karma. You had to learn to watch your words. You had to learn to invest in you. That's how come a lot of people die before their time. That's one of the reasons why. Because they listen to ego. The other person should have told Daisy the truth, but you know what? Her ego got into it. Money. That's another reason why money is the root of all evil. Do y'all understand that? Contracts. You cannot sell your soul because it doesn't belong to you. You can loan it out for a price, or you can sacrifice somebody else's soul against their free will to make you happy. And therefore, when it's time for you to pay the piper, see, you forget because you start living the vida loca. You start living a good life. And you forget until knock, knock, knock. Remember what you did? Any questions so far? Everything has a price. Everything has a catch 22. The light side has a price. The dark side has a price. Either way, there's a price to pay. So be mindful. Yes, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. Especially if you constantly in your head, like Aquarius, they constantly in their head. Aries are constantly in their head. You know what I'm saying? When you're constantly in your head, this is when you have to fight with your dark side, your ego. That's why you hear a lot of people say it's time for you to become friends with your demons, the things you don't like about yourself. This is hard. This is where journaling and shadow work help. Once again, on Turkey Day, a lot of y'all was tested. And then a lot of y'all said, nah, I'm not going to go. There you are. You didn't go. That test is going to be harder the next time. You cannot keep running from it. It's going to get harder and harder and harder. The bigger you are, the harder it falls. This was a test for a lot of y'all to see how strong you are. A lot of y'all was asking for things like higher management positions, more pay, more a better relationship, things like that. But are you honestly ready? Are you honestly ready? A lot of y'all think that y'all are ready. If you can't handle an extra $500 on your paycheck, because as soon as you get it, you have to save a home, or you buy things that you don't need. I mean that you want but you don't need. So therefore, you always saying, I never have enough for my bills. I'm never getting caught up. But then you ask your team to give you an extra, and they gave you extra 500. A lot of y'all asking to be millionaires. Y'all asking for this. Y'all can't handle that. Do you know how many people won millions on lottery and they broke? They worse off than what they were before they even hit the lottery. Sometimes spirits see things, know things that you don't. And then y'all get upset. And then y'all want to go against the grain. Y'all want to go against the rhythm. Y'all want to do the own cause and effect, and it backfire on y'all because y'all got beef lied. It's not easy out there for a pimp. It's not easy in those spiritual streets. First of all, you're so lonely, you misunderstood. You talk a language, and I'm not talking about like a foreign language, but you talk words that come out of your mouth don't nobody understand because every time you speak, it goes over their head and they're like, you think you know everything. And you be like, no, I'm not, you know? And then you have those people that lazy. They always want to take shortcuts. They don't want to crawl. They want to get out of their mama's womb and start walking. Envy you, jealous of you. Spirituality is not for the weak, baby. It's not. I wouldn't. People, how can I put this? Just because you can read cards doesn't make you full-fledged spiritual. Some people are dipping and dabbling in stuff that shouldn't dip and dabble in. Blood contract is the hardest contract, one of the hardest contracts to break. Mixing railroad dirt, crossroad dirt, in spells, you open up a vortex. You're creating chaos. And sometimes the strongest practitioner can't close that because y'all dipping and dabbling because y'all don't like to wait. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. When you was getting your house built, it wasn't built in a day. When you first got that job, you didn't learn everything in a day. For those that had children, you didn't get pregnant last night, didn't deliver the baby the next day. Things take time. Your spirituality is like a woman getting pregnant. When a woman is pregnant, it's 3 trimesters. Your body get used to the first. Some of y'all get sick. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all get sick all the way through all 3 trimesters. Second trimester, you start to feel more movement. You're starting to bond. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all do. But your body's getting used to it. Then the third trimester is for those that do make it to full term. Your body tells you when it's time to reject. That's what it is when spirits are dealing with you spiritually. You cannot handle everything at once. You will physically lose it. You will physically lose it. Stop rushing the progress. You can't handle that. Everybody's gift is defined to them. Say we have 5 people in the room that can see or seer. Spirit's gonna show out 5 different people, 5 different scenarios. Everybody's gonna see it differently. But when it comes down to it and they show what they saw, it's just different versions, but it adds up to the same thing. Some of y'all are very gifted in hearing, but y'all want to see. Technically, if you really wanted to see, an angel is nothing pretty but an angel. Y'all going by what the painters painted, what y'all saw in books, what y'all see and stuff. But angels are not pretty. My first one I saw was a head of a human, a lion, and a lamb. And I was just speechless looking. I'm like, okay. By my having the spirit of discernment, I wasn't afraid that that was evil, but I was trying to like, what the, I didn't speak to it. They said, all 3 said it once because their mouths didn't move. We come in peace. I said, okay. Then I seen a wheel, a circle going this way, and then a circle going this way. And they were all eye, like the evil eye. I seen that with wings. And I just looked. Y'all see on cartoons a little naked baby with wings with the bow and arrow, the cherub? Because I think that's how you say it. That's not what they look like. So all y'all quick to want to see, be happy that y'all don't. When you clairsentient, you talking to the unknown. You can feel. That's a powerful gift. Psychic feeling. Say you are a psychic medium. Every medium don't really see the same. So say you're doing a reading. All of a sudden your clairsentient kick in, you're like, oh Lord, okay, this is clairsentient. This energy feels like a female, like an older female. I'm picking up your psychic is coming in like a grandmother or a great aunt, someone older than you, an older lady. And all of a sudden you're like, I got a pain in my chest. And then somebody might say, I did have a grandmother that passed, but it was on my mother's side, or can you tell me what side? So you ask, this energy, what side? All of a sudden you feel it heavy on your left side, your mother's side. Did she have a heart attack? Yeah, my grandmother had a heart attack. Clairsentient, psychic medium. See, you don't always have to see. That's what people think. This is where most of y'all, if y'all breathe, especially when you're pulling on cards, show me what's going on. A movie will start. You might say, I don't know why I'm picking up purple. And then I'm the reader, I'm like, I asked Spirit about purple. I was seeing purple. There you go. You answered that lady or my question. You don't, it's really simple. When you go to readers, And all of a sudden, they gonna feel your energy. They gonna say, how are you, Shaniqua? I'm good. Are you sure, baby? How are you? Yeah, I'm having problems on my job. And Tyrone, he's trying to get cloned. And I'm telling Tyrone, you don't need to be cloned. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so picking up, Tyrone is cheated on you. And it's going to be a girl on your job. You just told her everything. A real, true diviner will tell you everything that they feel, they see, they hear. And then they say, did this resonate? Of course, you're not going to resonate with future because the future don't exist. 2 seconds from now doesn't exist. And they can say yes or no. Don't get your feelings hurt. Don't take it personal if they say no because it hasn't set in yet. So then you're going to say, okay, any questions? No, basically you answered it all. Is there anything that I can advise you on? I can ask spirit. Yada, 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 ray, ray, ray. That is a true diviner. That is a true diviner. You would never hear a true spiritualist say, your ancestors told me to give you a message. Bull snap. Bull snap. Your ancestors are not going to go to somebody that you don't know. First of all, they will tell you. They might say, go to Anua. All of a sudden you see Anua. Go to purple butterfly. All of a sudden you see a purple butterfly. And you're like, I was led to get a reading by you. Okay. Bam, interconnection. All of a sudden, your ancestors start coming through. Your ancestors is not going to go to somebody that don't know you. Everybody's not the child of Oshun. I'm really tired of hearing that. She's not the only deity. And you know, Orishas and Lawas are not gods and goddesses. I hope y'all know that. I can back it up. I have facts, baby. I have a padrino. Okay? I had a godmother, but she's deceased. So I can back up my facts. You can't back up opinions. So when I tell you, when a new tell you I don't know something, that's coming facts. I don't know. I said I would sit with spirits and try to find out. Sometimes when you hear me say I'm not getting the answer, it's because spirit said you thinking about it too much. If I tell you 3 weeks, you're gonna go outside looking 3 weeks for every sign. You overdoing the things. That's another reason why spirits don't give a sign a time. Because you overanalyze it. Another reason spirits like don't tell her who did work on her. Because first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna put me in it, and then you're gonna say this and this. That's how stuff gets started. When you need to learn to stare la boca, cállate. That's what y'all need to do. Shut the fuck up. Some of y'all talk too fucking much. Some things ain't meant to be told. Sometimes y'all go to the diviner, and the diviner said, yeah, and the spirit said, don't you dare. Sometimes, if that person do what they supposed to do, when they doing that work on you, they supposed to blind that person's spirits and ancestors where they can't see or hear. So when they come to me or somebody else, I'm like, I don't know, all I'm seeing is hands. That's how you know they are very good at doing what they do. If I can open up and read you like a book, you're not close. You don't have no wards. You don't have no protection. You're wide open. You're wide open. I'm supposed to be able to struggle. If I was not to ask for your permission, and if you're putting up your protection award, I would like, Sometimes when I'm on TikTok live, anytime you say yes, you giving me permission, especially on live. But if anybody that had a reading with me, I said, do I have your permission to tap in? The reason why you always ask, because their higher self and their spirits open up. That's when they start snitching. All right. So sometimes I'm on TikTok live and someone paid, I'm like, well, I see their protector. So I have to tell the protector they gave me permission. I'm not going to hurt them. They know I'm not going to hurt them, but that's how I know that person got their wards up. If I can just bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, you wide open. Everybody had their term spiritually with you. You're spiritually fucked. That's how I know people who talk a lot and don't know nothing. You call yourself this and this, and I'm like, okay, you call yourself this, and then I throw something, I say a word. They were like, what did that mean? I don't know what that means. You shouldn't call yourself something if you don't know what that means. You're drawing attention to thyself, and you wide open. Once again, the wise and the research are not God and God. Different energy from a God and goddess. Isis is a god. Lilith is a god. Hecate is a god. Different energy from Yamoja, Yemiya. There's different. I teach my students how to do it. And then sometimes when spirits want me to do a little extra, extra, I do a little extra, extra. I put that little sprinkle, sprinkle. It's powerful. Oh no. And I tell them because that particular energy would come to me. And then that person, my student would say, yeah, that resonates. I know. Because everything would come together. You would get confirmation. So you have to be careful, man. Everybody is not meant to read y'all. Everybody's not meant to lay their hands on y'all. Everybody's not meant to know nothing about you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your soul tribe. Never, never, ever, 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 ever tell somebody who owns your head. Stop. Once you learn to sit with your own team, stop telling people to sit for them for you. Because if I know you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, I got you. Really simple. I got you. That's why I tell people, don't dream about me because that's not me. Majority of the time, when people say they dream about me, they be like, Anua, you came to my dream and you told me to say this. Why would I tell you to say something? Why would I tell you to say something over you? Why would I have you sign something? Why would I tell you to eat something? It's because y'all comfortable with me, so the enemy will come to me, you come to you as me or someone you're comfortable with, that you're gonna let your guard down. Trust nobody. Trust nobody. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all too trustworthy out in these spiritual streets. And then y'all get caught up. And then you be like, I thought we was she was my spiritual brother, my spiritual son, sister. Bullshit. Bullshit. Trust nobody. I have a trust issue. You come up to me, I'm on guard. I mean, I'm OG. My team's gonna stand like this. I'm like, nah, That's why people say you rude. I'm not rude. I don't trust. No, I don't trust. First rule, both sides. Ogala de Lukumi, Santeria, if y'all didn't know, and 21 Division, 21 Nation in Haitian and Dominican Voodoo. Okay? First rule of thumb, don't trust nobody. Not even the people in your house. Trust no one. First rule of the thumb. Let somebody that has jealous and envy and you outrank them, first thing they're like, mm. Next thing you know, they trying to cipher you, they trying to do something to you, they trying to set you up. Never go around announcing that you're the chosen one. Reason being, don't bring unwanted attention to thyself. Stop going around saying, I'm powerful. You get somebody out in do obey, or someone that's over in Haiti, or someone over in Dominican, or someone over in the Caribbean country. Those spirits hit different. You up there saying, I'm this and this. Oh yeah? Then you wide open, bada boom, bada bing. They got you. They got you. Why? Because you're talking too much. Everybody don't need to know your business. If you powerful, when you walk in the room, people will know. If you powerful, your work will say it for you. You don't need to go around broadcasting that stuff. You will be known by your fruit. This is what I don't understand. You will be known by the fruit you produce. I don't understand. Y'all looking for unwanted attention. And then when y'all get it, why is everybody attacking me? Why is this? Why? I wonder why. Okay, you say you a powerful root worker. Okay, can you take this off me? I thought you was a powerful root worker. You can't see this on me? I had 5 different people telling me the same thing, this is on me, but I come to you and you can't get it off? Why are you a root worker? Why? Because you can sprinkle a little herbs on some candles and all of a sudden it worked? That don't make you no root worker. A lot of y'all don't even know what a two-headed worker is. A lot of y'all don't know what a conjurer is. A lot of y'all don't know what the word cunning means. But y'all quick to say y'all practice hoodoo. Won't y'all just say y'all do spiritual work? Won't y'all just say y'all spiritual advisor and then go from there? Because that's false advertisement. False advertisement. Stop saying you this and then I say, can you do lave tete? What's that? Then why are you calling yourself a mambo and you don't know what a lave tete is? You don't know what a met tete is. Stop saying, oh, I can feed your head. Okay. How do you feed? Tell me, how do you feed the wind? Since you practice Santeria, since you practice Ogala de Lukumi. Tell me. No, you just saw it good because somebody say you the child of Shango. All of a sudden you the child of Shango. Everything you can't get in books because it's passed down. You're not going to get all the information from books. So you can Google your little Y2CR. You're not going to get everything. Some things your spirit have to teach you. Y'all gotta start using common sense, man. Really, really. Y'all need to connect with y'all animal guides. That's very important. Animals teach you how to shape shift. Animals teach you how to smell stuff. If you up there smelling caca, which is poo poo, like damn, it smells like somebody took a dump. Do you know that someone got your picture or something, you smeared it in the dump, doing work on you? Did y'all know that? Do y'all know sometimes you seeing spiders not a good thing? Sometimes spiders mean blockages, baby. Someone's blocking your path. Sometimes when y'all go to the cemetery, a graveyard, you're gonna say, I'm gonna go get my grandma Judy's dirt. Do you know she's not the only person in that cemetery, in that graveyard? Do you know there's a good side and a bad side of energy? Do you know there's yin and yang? But y'all quick to carry up and do some stuff y'all don't know the meaning of. Y'all quick to do that. That cemetery belongs to all them bodies, all that energy. Then you gotta ask them, what side are you supposed to get that dirt? First thing, you supposed to respect the cemetery or graveyard by knocking on the ground or the biggest tree, bringing libation, money, and something, candy or something. That's not your world. And no, Papa Legba is not the gatekeeper. Elegba is not the gatekeeper of the cemetery or the graveyard. There are certain protocols. There are certain rules, as above, so below. There's human rules and there's spirit rules. As soon as a person dies, you're not supposed to go get no reading on that person. That person just woke up dead. Don't even realize they're dead. It's still a shock for some, especially if they went before their time. Some of y'all, soon as a celebrity die, y'all quick to go see or meet them. That's wrong. That's wrong. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Y'all be breaking rules. Then you wonder why you got attached. Some of y'all don't know the difference between a ghost and an earthbound spirit. That movie with Whoopi Goldberg, Go. Prime example that stuff works. It's called mounting. It's called possession. It's called channeling. I'm a channeler. So when I do people's reading, I say, if they come through, if I don't like the energy, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off. I don't care if it is your mama. If I don't like that energy, I'm not talking to her. I would straight say, get somebody else to do it. No, I'm not gonna lose my life over what? 22 live reading? Come on, man. That's why mediums and stuff be charging thousands and thousands of dollars. You get drained. There's a time off and a time for everything. There's rules to everything. Because once that gate's open, they're not the only one. A person that is earthbound and refused to cross over. You know how the Pirates of the Caribbean. So when you see all those people and they have those muzzles or whatever, those parasites on it, you see a lot of turtles and stuff, be having stuff grow on it. That's like an earthbound spirit. They get low vibrational taxes that feeds off of. Not them no more. Sometimes you call them too quick and they went before their time, they would jump in your body. And then you start acting funny. Like people's like, you're not acting like yourself no more. You starting to notice you ain't acting the same. It's called an attachment. There's people that possess by. You can see the eyes are the gateways to the soul. You can see it in the eye. I was like, oh baby, you need help. So it's like some of y'all got your priorities right, some of y'all don't. Because y'all thinking like this is the thing. This ain't for everybody. Some people's not blessed to use cards. And when you use your oracle and tarot cards, you're supposed to close that portal. Any divination tool, you're supposed to close that portal. Everybody's not called. That's why I don't work for you. Everybody's not a prophet. Stop saying you're a prophet. Stop saying God said. God didn't say that. Mm-mm. You, it's just crazy, you know. And when you taking too much gummies or like shrooms or stuff, you opening up portals to of trickster spirits, ayahuasca, especially if you don't do shadow work, you get a bad trip. And majority of the time when you do ayahuasca, you do die, but you get brought back. And sometimes people have a bad trip, especially when they do shrooms and stuff, and they don't come back because they didn't do shadow work. It's always, I'm telling you, shadow work. The first part of spirituality is doing healing. The healing is just not a one day thing. Gradually and gradually, everything that you say you couldn't do, you can ask my students, they like, oh, I can do this now. Yes, because I put shadow work on them. And whatever I do it. I show them. I always ask for proof of power. You can't give me proof of power, then I'm not going to go on. Telling me you're doing it is one thing. Actually seeing you doing it is another. Is another. I have you sit with all spirits, good ones and bad ones. Because once you know your power, you know how to control the bad one. If you don't know how to control the bad one, you ain't mentally right. Trust me, Spirit would tell me, especially my students. I'm like, Spirit gonna tell me if you ain't do the assignment. Tell him. But meditation, you have to do meditation. Meditation. For some of y'all, starting off, pick a number like 10. Close your eyes with the breathing, see the number 10, count down all the way to 0. And then you just do regular breathing, but don't bring the numbers. Eventually, you're going to get it. Some of y'all need drum. Some of y'all need flute. There's different frequencies. For my advanced students, I send them shamanic music. Okay? If you really want something, you can smoke Blue Lotus herb. You can drink it with no sugar, straight G drinking it, no honey, just straight. If you don't like that, there's tinctures. There's also oil. For people that got my Blue Lotus oil, that is to put on your third eye and in your navel, bottom of your feet, back of your neck. For those that not under me, anytime you're doing anything, you need to take pictures of your incense smoke. Spirits need something to attach to. So you need to take pictures of that. You will see different things. I showed my advanced students on me when I was young. I think I was either eighth grade or a freshman. I was double dutching, okay? In my double dutching, they caught me in the act. In my hand was a portal. Behind me was a portal. When I look at it now, I'm like, what the? You know, it was all this. So you really have to start. Anytime you prepare to go in meditation, cleanse that space. So make sure you cleanse it. I really, really, really don't recommend sage. There's other type of smudging you can do, cedar wood. Don't do sage. Sage is very ceremonial, okay? It's very sacred to the indigenous people, shaman, because there's certain things. It opens and it takes away the good and the bad. Okay, so I would recommend like rosemary, cedarwood, lavender, rose. There's other types of smudging you can do. You don't always have to use Palo Santo because Palo Santo is getting extinct. There's other things. All right? You can get resin, dragon blood resin, frankincense resin, myrrh resin, kapal. Kapal. So kapal is very sacred to the spirits of the underworld. If you burn kapal, especially if you're doing a reading, the energy that it puts out, people will tell the truth. So Kapal, C-O-P-A-L, is very sacred to Santissima, Santa Muerte. Very, that's one of hers. All right? But always, you know, there's different ways to sage. If you're going to sage, you know, you got to call back the good spirits too. Anytime you're doing any type of burning, you need to crack your windows. Spirits have to leave out. Y'all got a lot of spirits running around. It's too much energy. You got to open the window. Close your toilet lid. Spirits live in that. Dripping water. That calls like, woo-wee, the spirits to come. Okay? Clapping clears energy. A rattle clears energy. My favorite thing that I tell people is siete machos. Siete machos is stronger than Florida water. Siete machos is very, very, very strong. Siete machos. In English, it says 7 men. Okay? Very strong. You put it on your arm. Another soap that's stronger than Florida water, if you're Caribbean, you know, you know. Dettol. 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 I would highly recommend those not familiar with that to get the soap. Okay? Because you have to dilute that. Okay? So I would get the soap. What you're gonna do, you're gonna consecrate that soap. Just like you consecrate your crystals or anything on you. All right. Next thing I highly recommend is tourmaline. Tourmaline is different from obsidian. Tourmaline is totally different from obsidian. Obsidian is the gateway between the human realm and the spiritual realm. Tourmaline is protecting you. Red jasper protects you, especially like if you're an empath or a light worker. It protects that energy. Put it anywhere on you, red jasper, tourmaline. Okay? This is tourmaline. I wear mine as a ring. Tourmaline. You have to consecrate it. This is alive. So you have to consecrate it. Okay? For those that's more advanced, when you are creating bebes or sigils and you drawing them from something, you have to be careful that you draw it correctly. Because one wrong dot, one wrong cross, one wrong curve, that's a totally different energy. And once you start, especially runes, once you start drawing those runes, it's active. They are active. Okay? Any questions so far about this? And I'm not talking about me tapping into you because that's not this type of live. This is to help you on your spiritual journey, okay? So every time you see me, it's not always about reading, guys. I'm more than just that, all right? So any questions? Protection. Always face the east. You start at the east. After you go all the way around, you should end up back at the east. So when you do your casting your circle or your protection, you go right. To close it, you go left. So if you start at the east and you go all the way around, you should finish at the east. When to close it, you go to left. Go all the way around, you should come right back to the east. How can someone read the stars? Connecting to your star seed, connecting to who your star is. For example, if you are connected to the seven sisters, also known as the Pleiades, you will call upon them. And once you call upon them, they will come to you. They only speak through mind, okay, and they will activate you. Or if you know someone that means basically if you cannot read it and someone says you can, that means in the records your book is closed. So if you know someone that can access the records, they will be able to open up your book. Okay? Everyone has a book. It's called the Book of Prophets, the Book of Prophecy. Okay? So everyone has a book. And sometimes when your book is closed, when certain people read you, that's how you know you really protect it. So most likely you need it open, which means your galactic star chakra should be open. If your galactic star chakra is not open, someone needs to open it because you are gifted in that, Kevin. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but you are gifted in that. It's just not open. That needs to be open. Also, you got to learn to stay out of your head too. Okay, Tamika. Tamara, right now, I would do you one on one if you was to mentor me so you can get caught up. And if you continue to be with me, then I will put you with the other one. So if you wanted to do it, because I had a class to open up this past August. So if you decided for me to mentor you, it would be one on one. Okay, I will have my apprentices help the ones that's in the class. And then once you caught up on their level, I will add you to the classroom so you will not be left behind. Savini. Okay. It's all located on my website. Also, when you want to renew, it's also on my website. Everything's on my website. I do not have Cash App, so I don't. Also, all my students have, you don't have to be a student because I had someone purchase that wasn't. What it is, I consecrate a scarf. It's white. You will wear that in meditation. You will wear that anytime you're doing any spiritual working, which means I draw and call your Ori to that. So when your Ori, which is the Metet, the owner of your head, will come to you when it's time. You will dream about your Metet, okay? For some, my energy is strong, and then for some, they said it didn't bother them. but everything's on there. I'm straightforward. So if any of my students on here, I'm very straightforward because I take my spirituality to the heart. I want my students to outrank me. That's the point. I will bring out the best in you. So I'm not for everyone because I'm straightforward, but I do it out of love. Okay? We're going to bump heads. We're human, but I'm always listening. And it's always an each one teach one. So I do have students on here. So if they want to volunteer that information and tell you how I am, that's on them. I'm never going to call them out on here. But I tell people, even if you're not, I am an asshole, but I'm a nice asshole. I would straight tell you, no, you need to do it yourself. I would straight tell you. So I will not hold your hand. I will guide you. And I will know when something's wrong because Spirit will like check on her. I'm like, you okay? No, I knew it. I will guide your hand, but I will not hold your hand. I would never tell you to do something that I never done. But first thing, I don't fuck with Ouija board. So if you came to me about a Ouija board, I'm like, nah, baby, you on your own. I don't fuck with that. And the reason why I don't fuck with that, because it traps spirits that you're not supposed to let out. And sometimes y'all be playing and y'all letting out trickster spirits that's saying they are a deceased loved one, and there you are, let something out that was not supposed to be let out. Unless you gifted in that, and that is one of your calling, everybody shouldn't mess with a Ouija board. Tell them everybody is not gifted in that. So any other questions? Because I don't want to hold y'all on. Any other questions? I do live free readings on Instagram. Okay, I always bring my students up, so it's free until Spirit tell me not to do it free. So if you really can't afford it, I don't know when Spirit say move, I move. So I say going live on Instagram, do free reading. Nope, I don't do that. So if y'all ask, I'm like, nah, get somebody else to do it. Am I scared of it? No, but I don't like the energy of it. Okay, I don't. Do anybody know what a gargoyle is? Do anybody know what a gargoyle is? And I know y'all seen it on a lot of cartoons, and I know y'all seen them on Harry Potter. Can y'all tell me, is it good or bad? Okay, Zanetta, is it a good or bad? There's a reason why I'm asking. Yes, it is. The reason why people had them on their buildings and on their castles, yes, it is neutral. Anything has a good side and a bad side, but they are protectors. And a lot of y'all are gargoyle activators. A lot of y'all have gargoyles around you that guard you and protect you, and y'all need to connect with them. Because I'm seeing a lot of it in the energy flying around, and y'all don't even know it. But they will not tell me who because everybody don't need to know that business. One thing about me, if I'm not giving you a personal reading and say you let me tap your ass for a little bit on here, I'm only going to give you what I'm supposed to because I don't trust nobody and I don't trust everybody with your information. So if I say this is what it is, please don't ask me who because I'm not going to tell you who. There's a reason why. So gargoyles are protectors. So of course they're going to see evil because they are going to be evil towards your enemy. And those that's not your enemies, they're not going to bother them. So yes, it's neutral. But yes, gargoyles. I see a lot of them flying around. Yeah, but like I said, if you ain't never really seen what Archangel Michael look like, or Archangel Samael look like, or anything like that. So I can't really say, because like I said, some angels are not pretty. They're not. They're not. Yep, both. Yep. So y'all have me for 20 more minutes. Any other spiritual questions that I can help you with? Another thing you can do to decalcify your third eye is stay away from dairy. A lot of y'all hold a lot of mucus that blocks your downloads. Dairy, creamer, milk, cheese. You know, you gotta let it go. One day out of the week, y'all need to eat nothing but raw fruits and vegetables. Okay, this is going to clean you out. Also, we have plant allies. We're all from the earth. We're all connected to plants. Y'all really need to connect and bond with your teas that you're drinking. Tell the teas that you're drinking to open you up, and y'all and the tea become one. It depends on what you're looking for. When you said, what is the favorite tea? It depends. Every tea has a different thing. So what is it that you're looking for? And I try to do my best to help you. Now, I'll be like, they touch me. Like I said on my podcast, the guest that I had, Akasha, she said it don't bother her. I don't like to be touched. They would freaking touch me. They would pull my socks. They would pull my locks. They would tug on me. And I'm like, okay, I don't like to be touched. I don't like it. It freaks me out. I'll be in there washing dishes. All of a sudden, I feel a hand on my shoulder. My feet don't feel me now. My feet ain't moving. I'm like, if you're going to get me, you're going to get me. And then all of a sudden, they laugh and say, nothing. My Lama Dama said, hit me. Yeah, raw diet. For say, you pick Tuesday. No, I would really do it like with Mercury. Mercury's Wednesday. So I would really do on that and brush up your communication, but you can do as you want. Yep, you will feel it. Y'all have trust me, baby. Before y'all knew about spirituality, and y'all kept saying I'm feeling funny. Today's a weird day. Today's a good day. I don't know why I'm paying attention. That was spiritual attack. That was spirits helping you. You just didn't know what it was. That's why I say y'all have always been around this. Y'all just opening up that window to a lot of wisdom and knowledge. People perish from wisdom and not having wisdom and knowledge. So basically, y'all already know. The day you was born, you was signed a Patreon. You have three archangels and three watchers. You have three good, three bad that's with you that you need to call upon. They called you Patreons. Those that are God touched, which means you walk with a God or a goddess, okay? They walk with you. A lot of y'all walk with ascended masters. All those that's born on the 19th, on the 18th, the 9th, the 28th, we going into the snake year. For some of y'all, this is where you really gonna fly off spiritually. Like I said, we already entering where Pluto's in Aquarius. Snake year is about shedding. Snake year is about leaving stuff, losing stuff, and gaining. So it's 2025. It's the year of the 9 years of the snake. Okay, snake can be evil. Snake can be good. Snake is your kundalini. Snake is wisdom and knowledge. Why would we? Why would we call on the bad? Because what the good won't do, the bad will do. For example, you all love and light, Zanetta. Let somebody mess with your money. Let somebody mess with somebody you don't love, that you love. Watch that dark side come out. Where your good side says, let it go. That bad side says, nah, Zanetta, you need to handle that because they're going to keep doing it again. You walk with both sides. Sometimes you have an evil side, and then sometimes you love and light. Everybody ain't love and light. So why wouldn't you call on the bad? Let somebody beat you up. I bet you call on your brother if you have one. This girl hit me or something, you go tell. Uh, so basically, you do call on the bad. Those little white lies that you be telling, and you know that's wrong, but it gets you out. That's the bad. Because why would a good angel tell you to lie? Thank you. That's why I'm saying ain't nobody all love and light. I don't understand why people pretend that they all love and light. That's why you see in the church fall. That's why you see in all them priests that touch them little boys. It's coming out. There's no love and light. Spiritual and edema in the lower part of your body. You're not, you holding on to a lot of trauma, Tina. You have to release. You have to start releasing forgiveness of you and forgiveness of others. Okay, you holding on to a lot. You suppressing a lot. So your body won't let it go. You gotta learn to release. Once you start releasing, that's going to fall. Also, something about your kidney. Okay, you need to do a kidney and liver detox. So stinging nettle would be a good tea for you, Tina. Stinging nettle. Okay, it is a bitter herb, but it's bitter to the tongue but sweet to the liver. So you can use honey, but not a lot, because you don't want to overpower it. So stinging nettle will help get rid of the and dandelion root will help. It's very a bitter herb. Will help get rid of that inflammation. Okay, but also you need to bond with it. Tell the tea to heal you, to get rid of it. So you have to tell it what to do. Okay, all right. So any of those that's new, please help me get up to 2,000 followers, guys, on this YouTube. I'm always doing giveaways. I will be blessing 4 individuals with 4 different journals. And out of those journals, you get one of my spiritual watches. I am a shaman. I am a Grandmaster Reiki Violet Flame Shaman healer. Okay? I do surgery in the astral realm. I have, I am a hypnosis. I have my paper to show you my proof of power, but my proof of power is in my hands. All right? So if you knew, like I said, I am a teacher. I teach. Okay. I do have a podcast. It's on Sundays. So if you want to be part of the podcast, I hate the W word. So it would be my pleasure to have you. Okay. And the reason why I don't like saying the word welcome, and you should never have a welcome mat or a welcome sign, is because you welcome in unwanted spirits and energy into your vessel and into your home. You've seen vampire movies when they said, "Aren't you going to invite me in?" So if you don't want to invite unwanted things in you, you shouldn't say the welcome. So that's why you hear a lot of people in Chick-fil-A say, "Oh, it was my pleasure." No problem, no worry. It's your word. Words are very powerful. Thank you, Tina. Any other questions that I can help you with? But okay, someone said about a tea. I don't know if they answer it. If you are not pregnant and not breastfeeding, okay, mugwort is very good if you to help you with your astral traveling and to drink. Okay, so if a lot of y'all are having problems remembering your dreams, okay, first of all, every dream is a message. All right, so that's why you dream. Sometimes y'all don't dream because y'all working in the realm, in the spiritual realm. That's another reason. The second one is someone is ciphering your dreams and they don't want you to get your spiritual mail. You got mail. Okay? The third, when you do that, you need to cover your head and protect it with a glass of water by your bed. Psalms 91 open, amethyst under your head, under your pillow. Before you go to sleep, you say, "Your servant is listening." Archangel Gabriel, when it's your time, all angels have a time. Some is 2, some is 3, some is 6, there's 10. So you say Uriel is over occult knowledge. Gabriel is over communication. But you want Uriel, Archangel Uriel, when your time, and it's your time, help me to remember. Your servant is listening. All right? But there is chamomile, but if you're allergic to ragweed, I wouldn't recommend chamomile. Chamomile calms your nerves. Okay. There's a lot of herbs, but you got to tell it what to do. You have to bond with it. Like you speak affirmations over your water. You speak stinging nettle. I need you to help me with this inflammation. I need you to help. And stinging nettle is a blood purifier. So if you are heavily medicated, stinging nettle will purify your blood. Burdock root will purify your blood. Mullein will help with that lung, ear, nose, throat. When you have a lot of drainage, mullein will help get rid of that. So if you have a child that has respiratory problems, you can lift this tea leaves, not the essential oil because that's poisonous. You can lift this tea leaves will help open that. All right. So if you can make salve, you can make you some Vicks, homemade Vicks, as menthol chips, eucalyptus, tea tree, peppermint, spearmint, and you rub that on there. You can use coconut base, okay, or castor oil base. That's good. Also, if you have a child that's sick, you can get a red onion, all right, a red onion, slice it, put it on the bottom of the feet, put a sock on, it's going to draw out any types of toxins. The rest of the onion, you put it in the room where they're at. Whatever disease or toxin, bacteria, mold, is going to absorb that in the onion. All right, so during this time, if y'all can go get some oregano, the oregano seasoning, and get you some olive oil, y'all can make your own antibacterial, mix it with thyme. If you don't have it, purple butterfly makes it, okay? But it's really time because they doing a lot of stuff, okay? So a lot of people been having walking pneumonia. There's things called fire cider water. Okay, that's the reason why there's herbs that's on the earth. Because when you do pharmaceutical, it cures one thing, but it damages another. So anytime you're on pharmaceutical medicine, you need to do a whole detox, a heavy metal detox. It's very important because your filters is your liver and your kidney. So you always got to keep that clean. Okay, y'all have me for no, 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 no. 8 more minutes. So back to the meditation. Just, like I said, focus on your breathing. Okay? Whatever thoughts come in, positive, negative, honor it. Whatever you hearing, honor it. Okay? Just acknowledge like I see you, I hear you. Go to Dollar Tree, get those little sleep eye mats. That will help you from being sleep uh peeping Tom. Okay, it's going to take time. A lot of y'all shouldn't be so hard on yourself. It takes time. Anything else? Journaling. They keep saying journaling. Journaling, journaling, journaling is very important. Anything else there that you think? Oh, nutmeg. I don't actually have my nutmeg with me, but a nutmeg looks like a small walnut. When y'all visiting y'all people's grave, those who do, I don't care if it's a mausoleum or whatever, you need to carry a nutmeg, all right, around you. You need to have salt around your front door, all right? It's very important. Reason why, because they can't cross over that salt, any hags. Y'all bring back hags, okay? So 6 minutes, purple butterfly, you have any questions? Bella, any questions? It was a pleasure talking to you guys. If y'all would like for me to do this more often, I will. I love teaching. My pleasure, Tamara. My pleasure. Spirit told me a lot of y'all, how do you feed the wind? Okay, because you heard me say y'all gotta feed the wind. When you go outside, you got to call out to the wind. It's not just Oya, there's other spirits over the wind. Lighting an incense, okay? Like I said, not saved, but smudging, feeding the wind, burning a petition. Like if you trying to release something in the next moon, you write it on that brown paper, you go out and you burn it, that's how you feed the wind, okay? A lot of people are like, how do you feed the wind? That's how you feed the wind. Thank you, Tamika. So you know what? I send y'all peace, love, and light. I shall.